Hello, Lori Popow here with cross-stitched eggs. Many of us have books on cross-stitch, or we have cross-stitch sheets that we can copy from. In order to do this design, I had to make it larger. On the side of the egg, I have chosen a different design. On my ostrich egg, I will also have to make grid. I have drawn a circle for the front of my design, and now I'm going to start my grid in 1/4 inch increments, and I will continue to do this vertically and horizontally all on this circle area. So just by laying down my measuring tape, I can mark off the areas that I want. And I will continue this on the whole circle area, and then I will turn the egg on the side, and again I will make a band and start making my grid on the side here. When I'm finished making this grid, of course the lines will be extended this way and this way and this way, just like we saw on the lined paper. Now what I will need to do is to cut the eggshell. I'm going to first drill holes. The holes will be drilled in these areas. So this will be drilled on all the areas, and that's where the thread will go. After my grid was made, using the tape measure and measuring off the 1/4 inch sections, I now drilled holes as I showed on the grid. So I did use a high-speed drill. You can also use a Dremel. I cut out the eggshell. So now I can begin with my cross stitching. As you can see, I have finished my side panel with all the drilling of my holes for my design. To do the cross stitching, I use embroidery thread and a needle. We will take our thread. We have an opening. We have our drill holes. Again, we have our design to follow. And we will begin by counting our stitches to do our cross stitch. We use just a needle and thread, and we go in one hole, because we have an opening here. We're able to maneuver our needle, and we have a big workspace, and because we're doing it this way, we can make large cross stitch or very, very small cross stitch because we have the opening and we can work easier this way. I started my cross stitch. I will continue with the rest. I have now finished all my design with all my red cross stitch and my black cross stitch, but now I have all these empty holes that I'm filling in with gold thread. I will continue to fill in the rest of these holes with the gold. I have finished working all the gold and all my cross stitching is done on this band on the side of the egg. Now I need to do the front of the egg. I need to mention that the holes on our eggshell need to be drilled in such a way that many threads can go in and out when you're doing the cross stitch. I have my grid as I had at the beginning. This is a design that I will put on this piece. I will continue the sewing. As you can see, I finished all the cross stitch on the front piece of the ostrich egg. Now, just to be safe, before I glue the piece onto the eggshell, I glued 2 pieces of cardboard or cardstock paper here, just so that the eggshell doesn't fall through. I will take some glue. This here's super glue, and I will glue the edges together. And after the glue has set, I will then trim the cut edges or cover the cut edges with this gold trim. If I want, I can go ahead and continue trimming the band or the front. The egg is finished. A beautiful cross-stitch egg with trim. I left the back side empty. However, a silk print can be put there, a painting. I hope you enjoyed this project. Thank you.